Let the light shine. Let it shine on me. Let your light shine, baby. Let it shine on me. Let your light shine. Let it shine on me. What's going on, everybody? Greetings, everyone. This is Kaiser, Staying in the Light podcast. If you're the first time visitor, welcome. Thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting. All that's appreciated. Most of the videos you won't be able to see my face. It's not that important. It's important that you hear and listen to what's being shared. Okay? I come on today, this 19th day of October 2025, to give you my first response. There may be other responses. I may see something differently or change my mind. But when I see this Negro hollering freedom on this No Kings parade, I say, what the F? What? That's all he said. No kings, freedom, freedom. Man, I bet you, I'm going to tell you the profile of this dude. He ain't a man. I'm going to tell you his profile right now. He's 25 to 35 years old, maybe a little older. He's never been out the country. The only language he knows is English. Seven times out of 10, he didn't get to college. Not that college just mean you're educated, but the discipline of college. I say 9 times out of 10, he don't know what that's about. Haven't been to the military. And all his life, he been struggling. Why? Yeah, because he don't study. He don't. He don't know who he is. I know 100% of the time, he's calling himself black. You see, that's the key right there. You cannot be free in a name somebody gave you. So, brother, man, freedom is in your hands. Look, when somebody give it to you, you remain a slave. You are a slave because you're asking for freedom from somebody else. Man, didn't they say slavery was abolished 150 years ago? And you still out here talking about you ain't free? Okay, let me give you some remedies. First, start with your family. Get them talking to each other. Unite your family. Get them all on one accord. Working together. Saving their monies together. Just agreeing to do things as one. Okay, now once you do that, you can be an influence in your community. You can influence other people in your community. Hey, look at my family. Look what we doing. We doing this. We doing that. We homeschooling. We we got cooperative for food, so make sure nobody go hungry. That's freedom. Starting with your family and your community. Making yourself free from the system, if that's what you're talking about. Boy, I tell you, it's so sad. Y'all did that 60 years ago. Okay, I didn't. They was marching for freedom 60 years ago. So who put you up? You know you're ignorant because you don't know your history. Who put you up to do that? To degrade yourself in front of the world? The freest people in the world are melanated people. You're made free. You got they got you thinking that you're not. You act like you're a slave. You act like you're in bondage. I tell you what, bro, set your feet outside of America. Go to any other country and measure it against here. Try to get a job in another country. Go smoking pot wherever you feel like it in another country. All the things you do here, just do it other places and see what happened to you. First off, they might not even let you in if you don't have a legitimate purpose. They're going to be suspicious of you because of the reputation you have as being a gangster. So they're going to be keeping eyes on you. If you do anything crazy, bip, bip, they'll lock you up just as quick as anybody. I'm talking about what I experience. I've seen people experience. And you think you... Now, I'm not saying it's all goody-goody here in America. No. It's good as you make it. You got to start with your family, unified. Don't you know a united family is freedom? A united family is freedom. How is that? Well, because you're united, God is with you. And you can get a lot of things accomplished being unified. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You gotta help. It's like you got a squad. You're working together. You can grow your own food. Hey, freedom. You can grow your own food. Hey, freedom. You can educate your own children if you want to, if you got the knowledge to. Hey, you can take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. You're free to leave. So why don't you leave, go to, where people going now, go to Africa someplace and see how you're treated there. See how much freedom you got there. I tell you because I've been. They gonna overcharge you everything because they think you got money. Because you're from America. They think you come there to live off of them, off their cheap labor. They do not like you over there. They're trying to come over here. So you're saying those people are not free? All these people trying to come to America. Why? Why? Giving your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free. Is that a sign over there on the Statue of Liberty? So their countries don't have the freedoms they have here. That's why the administration now saying, hey, y'all had y'all free load, y'all free ride. Trying to get them out. But you marching, and the symbolism of your marching is saying, no, let them stay. Let the criminals stay. Let the crime keep going on. Don't stop now. You have no idea the history of what you're doing. Now, I've shared this in other videos, so I'm not going to go too long here. Just watched my last videos yesterday. I did 3-4 videos on the Civil Rights Act, on the history behind federal troops in states. I did all that. I'm going to give you a brief outline in case you missed it. I got to do it in about 5 minutes. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, now, what I tell you, I want you to research. Don't believe me. Research it. The Democratic Party in 1776, you had two candidates, and one a Democrat and one Republican. The Democratic nominee was Titan. The Republican nominee was Hayes. Hayes was Republican, Titan was Democrat. Okay? Now, Hayes won the election, but Titan got the popular vote. You know what that means? The electoral college vote usually wins the election. But Hayes didn't have enough electoral votes to win the election. So it was a stalemate. Somebody had to make a deal. The deal made was that this Democrat told this Republican, hey, we'll give you the electoral votes you need to become president if you would bring those troops stationed in the South to protect those black people. If you do that, we give you the presidency. The Republican Hayes say, oh, sure, we'll do that. Boom, deal was made. So what happened when they took the troops out of these states? They tried to put them back in slavery. Did what they did, the same thing they was doing in slavery, killing, murdering, hanging, because they had nobody to stop them. They call them their property, and they didn't want nobody taking their property away from them. The only thing stopping them was the troops. So when the troops, because the Democrats, the Republicans this time sold out the black people in the South, the hanging, the lynching commenced big time. Because these Negroes wouldn't act right. They didn't want to go back on the plantation. They was trying to do things for themselves. That's why you had all these laws that come about. Jim Crow, all that started. And that's where the Ku Klux Klan got on the rise again. Because they didn't want people to be free. They wanted them to stay on the plantation. But there's a lot more about that I go in detail. Now move up to 1913. Democrats in power. Woodrow Wilson. Okay. Birth of a Nation, the film came out that shows black people oppressing white people, raping the women, murdering them. They was flipping the script. They was putting fear in white folks that black people was going to do to them what they did to black people. So a lot of white fear rose. And this is a Democrat now. So he brought back. You know, the government, these laws work for a little while, but after a while, it's like secular. So by 1913, they was doing too good. Black folks was prosperous, man. They was doing everything because they had fought through all this discrimination and hatred of Klan. The federal government laws, some of them protect them a little bit. So they became prosperous. And this is why the President Woodrow Wilson said, we got to do something. These people are going to oversurpass us. There's the rich ones. We're the poor ones. Remember the Depression? We'll talk about that later. So the bottom line is they had to put measures in place to re-enslave black people because they was too prosperous. That was done under Democrat President Woodrow Wilson, 1913. He also did a lot of other things to enslave everybody. The Federal Reserve Act. That really was a central bank making you a debt slave. What that mean? It means the federal government is supposed to print currency. If you got a private organization printing currency, you're not free because they have you paying tax on paper they create. So I'm skipping around. Like I said, go back and watch the last 5 or 6 videos. You get a rounded view of what I'm sharing and put them all together. I give you pieces of a puzzle because I don't like to go too long. Some of these videos get lost. So the bottom line is the Democratic Party is not your friend. Trump is doing the right thing. He's saying take the troops back to protect y'all folks. To protect you, he wants the troops back in. He's correcting the error that was done near 150 years ago. The state's just going to do what they want to do with you because nobody's telling them they can't. They call that states' rights. So Trump is on your side. He's trying to free you. But you saying we're not free, we're not. You want him out. You want the man who's treeing you out of office. You see how disturbed they got y'all? Crazy. They don't know your history. They don't know anything. Don't you know freedom came through the Republican Party? Democrat Party has always been your enemy. Don't you know that they got the KKK Act that's really responsible for getting you free? It was enacted at the same time as the civil rights laws, which haven't done nothing for you. That's why you need 5 or 6 of them every 2 or 3, 30 or 40 or 50 years. You need another civil rights law because nobody's going to respect your rights. That's why the federal government is trying to help you, boy. You're a slave. Don't look like you will ever be free because you don't want to study and research and learn what freedom really is. It's doing for yourself. That's what people come here to do, to build for themselves, not look for a government to take care of you. That's what you're asking for. And you're sick. This man is the best friend you ever had, this administration, and you're trying to get rid of it. That's your freedom. Sick.